Hey, we know you guys are really deep into harvest at this point, probably a little bit tired of talking about the grain market. So today we just wanted to cover metals, specifically gold, silver, and copper. As you've heard in the news, especially gold has been a pretty strong market. So we just wanted to take a look at some of the charts. Keep in mind everything we're discussing is for education and example purposes. Make sure you guys understand and know your own risk tolerance as we go through this information. Let's start with gold. This is your December 25 weekly gold chart. And we've really had that nice move, especially from the breakout level, somewhere around like 3,500, call it. This weekly chart has been really strong. I think a pullback is certainly overdue. This first weekly candle is looking, rather nasty, but I think we should keep an eye on that 50% retracement area, see if price can build some support in there on the weekly chart. Pullbacks can take a little bit of time, but I think, this gold market, has the potential to remain strong. When we go over to silver, this chart's a little bit more sloppy. It hasn't quite had the same run, I guess you could say, as gold. But nonetheless, you think you can, again, watch this 50% retracement level as kind of a first sign of potential price support building when we look at that silver market. Now, what stands out the most to us, though, is this copper chart. And this is your DS25 weekly copper. And as you can see, this market really, really sold off hard off of that late July, early August run. And I think a lot of that to do in part to the fact that maybe this is an AI bubble and the demand for copper thought by these data centers and home building might not be there. So again, gold, silver a lot stronger, copper potentially indicating that this market has got some weakness under the hood. So when we look at these metals, like we said, gold, I think if you're bullish gold and you're looking for a pullback, that's 50% on the weekly is probably an area to start watching for. This would be a monetary hedge. You're probably concerned about inflation or continued weakening of the dollar, looking for a little safe haven in here in gold. As far as silver goals, that's essentially a poor man's gold, right? I mean, silver at $45-50 an ounce is certainly a lot cheaper, than gold at 4,000. So there could be some opportunity there just based on the spread. However, silver is mostly used for industrial components and things of that nature. And so again, if we don't have that demand, that's probably where silver can struggle, at least relative again to the gold market. And finally, wrapping up with copper, to us, that chart is not very constructive. It looks like, there's some potential weakening, obviously, under the hood. And like we said, if the AI bubble bursts and then home building slows down, those are two major drivers of copper demand. That's where, this copper market can continue to struggle and obviously reinforces, again, the potential for maybe being a little bit more bullish on the gold market. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. More than happy to help. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We always enjoy making the content for you, and God bless.